Who among us hasn't imagined themselves as the lucky winner of a huge lottery prize? Think of all the things you could do with the tens of millions of dollars. Buy a mansion, dine at the finest restaurants, and take a private yacht out on the Mediterranean. That's also lovely to hear. However, there are some drawbacks to hitting the jackpot. Most people wish for a huge windfall, but really, they should be realistic in their expectations. For some lottery winners, the only things that come out of their good fortune are broken relationships, financial ruin, or even death. It would be wonderful to win the lottery, but the sudden influx of cash could bring out your greedy and resentful relatives, con artists, and charity cases. Welcome guys to Econify. Today we'll look at 8 individuals who are left penniless after a series of bad decisions. The stories you'll see are pretty mind-blowing and you wouldn't want to miss any part of it. Like and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned to the end of this video. Now let's get started with the most stupid lottery winner number. Number 8. Michael Carroll. Michael Carroll won the lottery and could have been an inspiration to others. Michael, who was diagnosed with dyslexia and attention deficit disorder as a child, struggled as a child and adolescent after his father went to prison and eventually passed away. And he needed to get away from his stepfathers because they had abused him so much. A lucky break in the form of a £9.7 million UK lotto win finally came along. Michael, who at the time was only 19, spent the money on a lavish lifestyle despite the fact that he could have used it to make a fresh start. He blew his fortune on luxurious mansions, fast cars, and other luxuries, but compared to what he spent on drugs, alcohol, and prostitutes, these purchases were laughable. After only 10 years of his enormous fortune, Michael had no one to turn to for support and was broke. Number 7. Alicia Battle. Troublemaking was nothing new for Alicia Battle. She was pretty down on her luck, what with her history of run-ins with the law for things like car keying, credit card fraud, and assault. A winning Mega Millions ticket in 2003 seemingly changed her fortunes as she walked away with $162 million. Or maybe not. It seems she fooled everyone. She waited a few days after the winning numbers were announced to see if anyone else who had bought a ticket from the same store as the winner would come forward. None did, so she quickly announced that she was the winner, but couldn't produce her ticket. Many kind-hearted folks offered assistance in her search for the ticket while she filed a report with the police. She had no idea that the people who held the winning ticket were simply seeking guidance. Indeed, they did come forward to claim the reward, thereby exposing Alicia's lie and leading to additional charges against her for filing a false police report. Like Alicia, Suzanne Hint, a British woman, tried to claim a £33 million prize too with a damaged lottery ticket and was forever labeled a liar by the media despite her sincere belief that she had won the jackpot. Number 6. William Post. Unfortunately, William Post lost his mother when he was quite young, and his father abandoned the family soon after. At the end of 1998, he had around $3 in his bank account and no clear plan for the future. During that time, he bought the winning ticket for the upcoming Pennsylvania lottery drawing. William's life changed dramatically after he won a whopping $16.2 million. However, things began to go wrong really rapidly. His ex-girlfriend launched a lawsuit against him and was given a third of his profits. His brother recruited a hitman to kill him, and he fired a gun once at a debt collector, leading to criminal charges. But what really gets William on this list is his irresponsible spending, which includes buying an airplane he couldn't even fly. William lost $1 million, spent his life paying off debt, and passed away only 8 years following his win. Some of the lottery winners we've seen about so far have been the most stupid people in history. It's about to become more crazy, so buckle up. Keep an eye out for it. Up next, we got Lisa Arkin. Lisa took home a $1 million prize from the Massachusetts lottery in 2004. She followed the lead of other lottery winners by using her winnings to purchase a home and embark on a series of exciting overseas vacations. She pretty much checked everything off her bucket list. Lisa hosted a dinner for 20 of her closest friends and family members, along with multiple bottles of $200 wine. She has equipped her mansion with expensive furniture and sent her son to a prestigious university. After realizing that $1 million didn't go much further after taxes, Lisa decided to set up a dinner as an income source. But Lisa lacked both the financial and managerial experience necessary to successfully run a restaurant. So she had to close the restaurant due to its low profitability. Lisa had successfully squandered her whole 2002 lottery winnings by 2007. We've got Marva Wilson in number 4. In 2012, Marva Wilson won $2 million playing the Missouri Lotto. Wilson's reliable friend, Freya Pearson, offered to help her with her finances. However, Pearson duped Wilson into signing over $400,000 of her prize money so that it could be deposited into a bank account she had set up for herself. And Wilson also gave Pearson access to her other bank account. To say nothing of his travel and gambling costs, Pearson went on a lavish shopping binge, purchasing a car and an apartment. Pearson was eventually found guilty of tax fraud and money laundering and given a 5-year sentence, but the money was never recovered. Pearson had spent all of Wilson's money in little over a year. How dumber can one get? Number 3. Joseph and Ebe Roncaioli. Joseph and Ebe Roncaioli of Canada were already quite prosperous until Ebe won $5 million in a lottery in 1991. They were well liked in their community as a cheerful old couple. When Joseph found that Ebe had squandered their life savings on drinking and gambling, their apparently happy lifestyle came to an abrupt halt. In addition, she gifted $5 million to her secret son, who she had with a guy before she married Joseph. And later on, Ebe was discovered unresponsive in her own house. She had been poisoned, according to the post-mortem results. Joseph said he was looking for signs of blood because of her bad condition, but prosecutors saw through his falsehoods and gave him a 7-year term. The sad conclusion to what was likely already a broken marriage. Number 2. Uruj Khan. It's not just Ebe Roncaioli who's a winner-turned-murder victim. After moving to the United States from India in 1989, Uruj Khan opened a dry cleaning company in Chicago. Years later, he purchased a winning $1 million lottery ticket but decided to take the lump sum payout of $424,000. But he was never paid a single cent. The check had been written for him the day before he passed away, but he never received it. Disputes between the wife and the stepdaughter over his estate became a major issue. What's even more, a toxic chemical called cyanide was found in his blood after an autopsy, leading authorities to suspect poisoning. There has been supposedly no action taken by authorities, who continue to label the issue an active and open inquiry. And now we've reached number 1, Willie Hurt. Before 1989, Willie Hurt was a respected member of the community and a devoted husband and father. Hurt scooped the $3.1 million Michigan Super Lotto jackpot in 1989, but he was deeply entangled in the chaos that surrounded the crack epidemic at its height, and his massive winnings went straight into feeding his crack habit. Soon after, Hurt went on a drug and alcohol binge that lasted several days, resulting in his divorce, the loss of his children's custody, the dissolution of his fortune, and an accusation of having sexual relations with a female companion. According to Hurt's lawyer, all of the cash went toward his troubled divorce and crack habit. And so, winning $3.1 million in 1989 was a distant memory by 1991, just 2 years later. Winners of the lottery don't always make the same foolish financial decisions with their windfall. Some winners do not give much thought to anything, not even their fortune, before or after it is won. If any of us are ever fortunate enough to win a substantial sum in a lottery, we can take solace in the fact that these tales serve as cautionary examples of what not to do. And that's all we've got today, folks. 8 most stupid lottery-winning individuals. Can you name your most stupid? You can in the comments. We'd love to know your thoughts. Do well to like and subscribe to Econify and hit that bell button for more content like this one.